welcome to our project LOCRATES. This video I'm just putting together a beat. I'm thinking about making an instrumental solo set, so I'm just trying to like suss out how I can perform a beat live, as in I guess it's the lead instruments over it, which I'll probably cut in, or I'll have another thing on the drum machine where it plays over the actual beat, which I'll probably have bounced down in stems, ran through tractor or something, just simple manipulation for the core beat, but the main part I'll probably have a bit more flexible on the decks and the pads and stuff. So pretty much in this video I'm just like showing one way I make beats, just in the background of while I talk about this. At the end you'll get to hear the final beat, which I reckon is pretty cool. So as you can see here, I use splice for a lot of my sounds. Just when I need something, like right now I need a kick, I need a snare. At the end of the day I can always change those, but to get the core vibe of the song I'm trying to make, yeah, I might just slap something in there that sounds just about right. You can always fuck with it later. So at the moment I'm just getting a couple of snares. Sometimes I use more than one snare, like in this case I'm using 3 snares for different reasons, and you just layer them and you just make it, you just mold it into one snare, right? So I'm thinking, yeah, I'd like to do some like solo instrumental stuff live, along the lines of what DJ Crush over in Japan does. Now I only learned about this dude really recently, and I'm like, oh shit, this dude is like doing what I want to do, and he's been doing it and it's worked for him. He's mostly instrumental and he works with other artists, other vocalists, so I'm like, oh cool, I can study what he's doing and apply it to my stuff, you know. Yeah, back to the video, just adding some hi-hats and stuff. I don't usually draw them in like this, but for the video I thought I might do that because I didn't want to do too much editing in this video. I mean, there's heaps already, like you probably won't even notice it, but there is, man, especially at the end. But yeah, I just pretty much kept it all on screen and just drew it in for this beat. Usually I use note repeat on the Native Instruments machine and just like set my presets, as in, I don't know, are there presets where you go from different patterns on the hi-hat, you know? Anyway, yeah, I actually did a mistake by drawing in some hi-hats, but that turned into something I liked, so I kept it. That's those high-pitched ones you see there. I was like, oh okay, I'll do the same with those faster ones I did before. But yeah, so I'd like to make something a bit interesting to do live that's instrumental, because if you see my other videos, you know what I think about music and how people approach it. It's like, man, half of the soul is in the fucking beat, so I'm like, cool, let's make some dope beats where I can actually perform live over the duration of the song. So not just random cuts and that, you know, like you're making verses, you're making pre-hooks, bridges, hooks, intros, outros, you know, and you could be using vocal samples, could be using whatever, but if you cut it into a pattern and you repeat it enough times and you get used to the melody of how it's meant to go with all the different samples, yeah, you can make some pretty cool instrumental based stuff, you know. And this mindset comes from people like Skrillex who don't rap or sing, but they get other people to do that as well on the songs, but it doesn't have to be there, you know. Like there's just samples and stuff that he's manipulating live to make an instrumental based song sound dope. So that's pretty much what my mentality is. If you can mix Skrillex with DJ Crush, that's pretty much what I'm going for here. Chuck a couple of kicks in, you know. It's really hard to duplicate with a mouse inside of the software, because usually on the hardware there's a button you can click that just duplicates the whole current session, like the current pattern group, and it puts it right next to it, so then you can go ahead and alter it like that. But through the software it's a bit tricky. You have to do copy and paste and then edit it, you know. It takes a bit while to get used to how to do it like that. Oh, not so much how to do it, but just the fact that you can't just do it so quickly. It's annoying that, like, and it jumps around, it just doesn't go right next to it, you know. That would be pretty dope if it did that. So now that I've pretty much got the kick done, I got a preset sub bass that I made, and I've been using it on all my songs lately. It's not the best in the world. I can't wait till I can fuck with like 808s after I learn some more shit from the industry, like those big ballsy shit, but at the moment this is the best I can do. And I pretty much just like run it through Guitar Rig, through the bass amp presets. I find a preset that kind of works well, and then I fuck around with it until it sounds just right for my speakers, you know. And you know, it's cool when it's more than just a simple sine wave. You add a bit of texture, add a bit of hiss and all this kind of shit, distortions and shit like that, and it just brings out the bass just a little bit nicer, eh? And it also helps when you're playing the song through a low quality speaker. You can kind of hear the extra harmonics and those little distortions, you know, like it just comes through a bit more. Otherwise you might not be able to hear any bass in some of these speakers. Here, as you probably know, I'm not the best with notation. I play by ear pretty much. If it sounds right, it sounds right. So here I'm just like playing the loop round and trying to find the right note. I think I know where it is, but I'm just trying other alternatives, but I settled back down on the right one. I think it was A or something. Can't really see from here. But if it sounds good, it sounds good. You know, you can have two notes, two sounds that aren't meant to work together and normally clash, and they just so happen to work for trip hop. So I'm like, cool, I'm basing my shit off a mixture of like East Coast hip hop, Southern, and trip hop. So I take that trip hop element, and if it doesn't actually work, like if like a audio scholar listens to it and it doesn't work, but it works for me, nah, fuck it, it works. So here I found a vocal sample in the same key as the rest of the beat, and it had a reverby tail on, which I like when you hear it, but it doesn't work too well for turntables. It gets too messy, and plus you want that natural reverb that comes from the live performance, not a pre-recorded one. So I just chop all that up, save it. Import that shit back in the tractor, set my cue points, and fucking have a bit of a jam. That was all done with one camera. Obviously I'm using my phone, so I had to set up different camera positions and play that whole segment exactly the same multiple times, and hopefully it lined up right. At the end of the day, I can play that but the video is a bit of a fucking Hollywood magic mirrors shit, you know. I just lined it all up and it worked perfect. It wasn't too fake, but all I did was cut in and out of different camera shots all at the same time, lined up, you know. If you know shit about editing, it makes sense to you. Anyway, as you can see, that's pretty much my first steps of putting together a live set, is how I'm going to perform like the lead sounds over the beat. Make it interesting, make it not so much of a repetitive thing, because hip hop beats are they're a lot repetitive, and what I want to do is bring that Skrillex element in, where it's a bit randomized. I guess Flume's a good example as well. He's pretty hip hoppy as well. Yeah, just bring it down to my tempo. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that bell. But yeah, I'm working on polishing the Miss Low music to the best of my ability, and that should be out soon, so keep a lookout for that. Cheers.